Hello everyone. My name is Brijraj Pacha, and today I'm going to explain you about the data types and some basics of the Python language. Python is a very versatile and trendy language nowadays, and why it is so in trends, and why people are using Python so much rather than the other languages because of just it have a very simple syntaxes, and it have a huge community support and the library support. Uh, let's start with some data types. There are some basic data types like integer, float, double, that you know maybe. So those data types are same in all languages. Like you can take a variable of the integer data type in C language, in C++ language, in Python language, and so on. Today we will talk about the three data types. That will be list, tuple, and set and dictionary. Okay, we will talk about four data types. So let's get started. Let's come to the list. List is one type of array, and list is a collection of element with same name, and there can be different data types. Like uh, here I take one list, sample list, with the name of the sample list, and in that list I stored some values, and it involves the integer value, float value, string value, and so on. So if we are talking about the C language and we are considering one array, we have to take the elements with same data type. Like we are taking the integer array, then the elements of that array will we have to take also integer. But here in Python, those limitations are removed. You can take any data type element in this array, and suppose we have to if we want to create a list, then you have to first write the name of the list, then is equals to, then you have to write a square brackets, and inside those square brackets you have to write the values separated by the commas. If we run, I'm restarting the kernel. Okay, restart. Okay. I was preparing this notebook, and all I already run this code many times. The output is shown here. Whenever we, whenever we will write simple list, so list will be printed. This is a console based command. Like you, if you have to write, if you have to print the list actually, then you have to write the print and in bracket simple list. Then if we will write type of the sample list, then what will happen that uh, data type of the written variable inside the square bracket of the type command will be printed. So we are writing type here, and inside the round brackets we are writing the sample list, which is the name of our list, and the data type of the sample list is list, which is printed here. And again, then in this list, we are identifying the elements by its index. Okay, and index are basically always by default starting from the zero to n. And suppose you have five elements, then index will be 0 to 4. And we if you want to print any element, like if I want to print this 13.6, so what will be index of the 13.6? This is the 0 index, this is the 1 index. Okay, so you have to write sample list of 1. The element will be printed is 13 13.6. Okay, so you can also print elements and get elements like this by indexes. And suppose you are writing the 5, so what fifth index will be the value of the fifth index will be printed over here. But we only have the list of one, 2, 3, 4, and 5 values. That is that means fifth index means the sixth value. Okay, so what will happen? It will give index error, least index out of range. That means you have to consider an index or give index in range. Now it will give 12. The third index, that means one, 2, 3, fourth element. Okay. Then let's come to the uh, updating part. If you want to update the element of any list, I want here in this list on zero index there is one. And if you want to update that one by 10, then what you have to do, sample list of 0, that means is equals to 10, is equals to 10. That means you are replacing the zero element on the zeroth index by value 10. And yes, from this we can say that or consider that list is a mutable. Let me run this. Okay. Now, before this, if I will print this list sample list print. Okay, we have to again here. Okay, now I will run this. Okay. See, the first element is 1. We printed the list, then we updated the first element of the list by 10, and again we printed the list like it will be replaced with value 10. Also, you can, if you want to get the element or print the element from the last part of the list, then you don't have to go from the each element of the array or list, just like we are doing in the C language. Python have facility of negative indices too. That means you can access the elements from the negative indexes. Like if you are talking about this value or last value of this list, then the index of this last value will be -1. The index of this second last value will be -2. Remember that those negative indices will not start from 0, it will start from the -1 and -2 and -3 and so on. Okay, so if I am printing the sample list of -2, then -1 and -2 will be 12. So 12 is printed over here. And yeah, list is mutable, so you can basically I am considering the list is a key data type from all the data types, because you can convert list into tuple, upcoming data types, tuple in dictionary, in in other some, like if you are considering the further if you are working with the further libraries like pandas and numpy, and you are working with the data and some excel files and doing some stuff like that. So list, I will prefer list for converting one to another data, for the conversion of the one to another data types, and for the writing the same excel files and all. it's very flexible. List is very flexible, I think. Okay, and there is one more facility called slicing, but we will check this in next parts. Okay, let's come to the tuple. Tuple is the same like a list, but it is heterogeneous. Tuple is declared by round brackets, that means parentheses, and you in list we are declaring the list by square brackets, and tuple will be declared by round brackets, and can retrieve the data using index, same like the list. In tuple also there are indexes, and you can retrieve the data of the tuple by its indexes. Tuple is immutable. There is a big difference. List and tuple are very similar, but there is a one big difference between list and tuple, that list is mutable and tuple is immutable. Okay, so let's get started with tuple. How you will declare the tuple? First, write the name of the tuple, sample underscore tuple variable name. Then is equals to, then round brackets for the tuple. Then again you can consider any type, any data type element in the tuple, like one is float, one is integer, one is string, and so on. And then close the round brackets. All elements will be separated by the commas. Then you are printing the tuple, and how it is printed. And if we are considering the list, then list will be uh, in covered in the square brackets, and tuple will be covered in the round brackets. If you are sorry, if you are printing the type of the tuple, then it will give as a tuple. Same thing, yeah. There is one more thing. You can, if you are not giving any brackets to tuple, or if you are writing such like that, writing a variable name is a tuple underscore, sorry, simple underscore the tuple, then writing is equals to, and not doing any brackets, but writing the values direct separated by the commas, then it will be considered as a tuple. Okay, so like we are running this code, and sample tuple is equals to this, and then we are asking for the type, then it will give us a tuple. Yeah, we can also retrieve the data using its index is same as a list. Tuple of first element, tuple of one means element on the first index. So what which will be the first index? This is the 0 index, and this is the 1 index, the 13.6. So it gives us a 13.6. We can also retrieve the negative data from the negative indices in tuple, like -2. And what is the -2? 12. Here is a simple tuple. This is -1. This is -2. It is a 12. Okay. Yes, tuple is a. Let me run this first. What is the difference between the list and tuple? Tuple is immutable. Before that, in tuple also, it will give the index error if you will not giving the index in range. Like there are only 5 elements, 1 2 3 4 5, and you are giving the index 10, so it will considered 11th element, but there are only 5 elements, so it will give us a index error, tuple index out of range. That means you have to give the index in a range. So what will be the range? 0 1 2 3 and 4. In you have to give the index between 0 to 4. Okay, so now tuple is immutable, so that you cannot update the elements of tuple by giving by assigning its value. Suppose we are doing here sample list of 0 is equals to 10, then the the value on the zeroth index is updated to 10 in list because it is a mutable. But in tuple, once you assign one value, you can't update that value. Yes, you can do one thing. You can consider the again one variable with the same name, and you can create one new variable and store the values with updation in that. Suppose sample tuple of 0 is equals to 10, so it will give us a error. Tuple object does not support item assignment because it is immutable. But you can do one thing. Simple underscore tuple is equals to. Okay. Now you considered one tuple over here, and you can assign the values from starting like 10, and what are the values you have, maybe 13.6 and so on. So that will work. Yeah, yeah. As all of you know, hashtag is the command for the comment in Python. Okay, so error is removed. That's how tuple works. And uh, that's it for this video. We will check the set and dictionary in our next video. And if you have any question or doubt regarding the list and the tuple, then contact me in the comment box. And I, 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 I explained this list and tuple in very short and in very crash course manner, I think. Because I prepared this for only revision purpose only. If you want to study it or explain, if you want its material or any help me regarding that, you can contact me in contact box. I will definitely help you as I can. Okay, so that's it for today. That's it for this video. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.